So the whole point behind risk identification exercises is that we actually understand what the risks are. And there's tons of methods that we can do this. But one of the key items, and this is bullet 4 under task 1, domain 2, is indicate risks as threats or opportunities. And this is a critical distinction when it comes to RMP and risk management in general. And as RMP candidates and as future PMI-RMP professionals, or RMP risk management professionals, the P is a professional, can't say RMP professional, but the whole point behind this is that when you identify a risk, you need to make sure you identify threats and opportunities. A threat has a negative impact on project objectives. An opportunity has a positive one. And yes, there are such things as positive risks. These are risks that honestly, they could do us some good. If this happens, we are going to save some time. We're going to get some time back. We won't have to spend as much money on these resources. We can speed up the project by 2 weeks. That is an opportunity. That is something that you can do that has a positive effect on your project. And doing that and making that single label between each one is going to be the basis for whenever we get into risk analysis. Because that analysis approach changes per opportunity or threat, the response strategy that we use for each one, the ownership, the priority level that we end up assigning it is all dependent on, is this going to hurt us or is this going to help us? So an example for this, just so we're clear, is let's say you have a new technology that could speed up delivery by 20%. It's untested on your type of project though. Is that a threat or an opportunity? Well, you can answer this both ways. And this is something I like to teach my students when they get into the real world. A single risk can be a threat and an opportunity. And this is an example. The speed improvement is a potential opportunity from this technology. Like we said, it can speed up our delivery by 20%. That's huge. You know, if you have if this is a 10-month project, that's 2 months we could wipe off the table almost. So that's a huge opportunity. But the speed improvement, but the untested nature behind it, that's the potential threat. It's uncertain. We don't know if that's going to work. So you can carry both forward into your analysis, determine which side actually dominates, or if there's a dependency on if that's going to work, then you just make sure that you're monitoring that dependency as an opportunity, as something that can work for you. All right. That is the rigorous identification process that you need to go through. And when it comes to the exercises associated to capturing the full picture of uncertainty, there are tons of different methods. I have a video in my YouTube channel on the Builder Risk PM where I go through 7 of those risk identification exercises that you can use. So definitely jump in there, understand that brainstorming is only one option. And generally, what I like to call the brainstorming is, it's the basis. You're going to walk in and brainstorm with your team. How are we going to solve this problem? Let's go through, set all this up, go through, do a good whiteboard, put everything up on the whiteboard and figure out where we're at. But from there, you can lean into other aspects. You can use Pestle, Delphi. You can do interviews. There's so many different options. So don't get your head just wrapped around doing brainstorming.